So for this question, you already know what the general graph y equals 4 to the x would look like. It would be something like that with an asymptote at y equals 0. Domain for this graph would be x can be anything, y has to be greater than 0. So we've taken that basic y equals 4 to the x, shifted it left by 2, shifted it down by 6. Shifting to the left or right won't change the domain or the range. Shifting downwards would change our allowable y values from y has to be greater than 0 to y has to be greater than -6. So domain hasn't changed, it can still be anything, so x is all real numbers. And y has to be a real number, and y also has to be greater than -6 now. So y is greater than -6, and y is a real number. In order to find the y-intercept happens when x is equal to 0, so all I have to do is plug in x equals 0 into the equation. So y is equal to 4 to the power of 0 plus 2 is just 2 minus 6. 4 squared is 16, 16 minus 6 is 10. So your revised graph is going to have a y-intercept of 10. Equations of any asymptotes of the graph. Again, if it had just been y is equal to 4 to the x, then your asymptote would be y is equal to 0. Horizontal asymptote. Since we've just shifted this graph down by 6, then the asymptote becomes, instead of y is equal to 0, y is equal to -6. So it's again still a horizontal asymptote at y is equal to -6.